Hey girl, my name's Heather. I'm a faith-based health coach and I'm so excited to have you here today. We are going to be baking together, which is going to be super fun. We're going to be doing a gluten-free, dairy-free birthday cake for my sweet husband, and I'm also going to be taking you guys along for a little Costco haul because of course we have to have a mini grocery haul together. So you'll see here, to start it off strong, the Unreal bars from Costco are seriously amazing. You can find this brand Unreal. They make different types of candy, and Unreal and Yum Earth are two of our favorite brands when it comes to just really clean candies. They don't use any dyes, and these Unreal bars specifically are one of my absolute favorite products right now and favorite little treats because they literally just have 3 ingredients, which is just so clean, especially for a chocolate bar. It's literally like coconut, cassava, syrup, and what's the other thing? Dark chocolate, which is the best part. So I definitely recommend scooping up a bag of those if you see them, and you can find them at Costco, you can find them at Thrive Market. I'll always have my Thrive Market link below in the description box where you can get 40% off your first order. And then a lot of other grocery stores too, like I said, are starting to carry these brands, Unreal and Yum Earth. But you'll see, other than that, we're just picking up some of our Costco staples. I think this was kind of a mid-month little checkpoint where we just needed to stock up on a few extra things. And it's just been really wonderful to see Costco have so many clean options, and the cost savings are just really amazing for our family. So we usually do a little bit of Costco. I love Trader Joe's, so we do a little bit of Trader Joe's sometimes as well. And then Thrive Market. I would say those 3 are usually our main grocery places. There's us grocery shopping together. We always have so much fun. And then we also have really been enjoying going to our local farmers market recently, which is just the coolest thing to be in a place where you can get to know farmers that are local to you, see where your food comes from. I think it's just the most beautiful thing when we can get back to having more of that connection and appreciation for food, and just what a miracle it is truly, that God made it to where we can pop a seed in the soil and cultivate it and water it and see it grow, and then we get to eat these amazing foods that are literally nourishment to our body. They bring us joy, and he made it to be delicious. He didn't have to do that, but it's just so much fun to me to be able to grocery shop and cook and bake, and I do think it's going to be super fun to bake in just a little bit together. I'll be taking you through that. But I will say also, one of my favorite things, I have to shout out to these green beans at Costco. These are such a staple for us, and they were on sale this time, which made me extra happy. But they literally are washed, they're ready to go, they're organic. It's a huge bag of them that usually gets us through a few meals, and all I do is literally just throw them on a baking sheet, put some olive oil on there and a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, and wow, they are just the best. So this is pretty much our little Costco haul, little mini haul for today, and we're about to get into a little baking session together. Okay, you guys, so I have to say this background music that you're hearing right now makes my heart so happy, and it literally made me think of the Great British Baking Show. You guys have to comment down below if that's one of your favorites, because I am such a sucker for the Great British Baking Show, for Spring Baking Championship, Holiday Baking Championship. I'm here for it. But I had so much fun making a cake for my husband for his birthday recently, and I just thought I would take you guys along and show you this fun little gluten-free, dairy-free recipe. And you guys, it is literally amazing. It turned out so wonderfully, super moist. It's really caramelly because of the coconut sugar, but coconut sugar is something that I usually will use for baking. I'll use it in honestly pretty much everything. We don't really do any kind of white table sugar anymore. We've just switched over completely to coconut sugar, and we just really love it. It's such a great swap out, and it naturally has this caramelly flavor and undernote to it, and it was just so perfect for this cake. And so between the coconut sugar, which made it just a little bit caramelly, and of course it's vanilla cake, so it has the vanilla extract in it, and then the tartness of the raspberry jam that you'll see I add in here as a filling. It was just super, super yummy, and we're still working on some of that cake because it's just so good, and we've just been wanting to make it last and savor every bite. But anyways, I've always loved to bake, and you won't see anything Food Network caliber. I do admit, this was my first time trying to do a more in quotes naked cake style, and I learned a lot though. We learn by doing, and it's just super fun for me. It's therapeutic to really be in the kitchen cooking or baking, and it's just so much fun to do it for the people that you love and to experiment with something new. And so it's definitely one of my favorite hobbies, and I hadn't made a cake in a really long time though, so it was super fun to break out my little cookbook here. This cookbook is called Paleo Baking at Home by Michele Rosen. She is also a blogger, and she's known as the Paleo Running Mama. She has super, super great recipes that I like to recommend with just really wholesome, clean ingredients, and I don't think we've made something by her yet that we have not really loved. So this vanilla cake, it's basically like a simple vanilla cake, and there is a simple vanilla frosting recipe that accompanies it in the book. It has been really wonderful. So you can definitely check the description box down below to get the link for her cookbook. And again, I did add raspberry filling to the center as an extra touch. But I was thinking too, if you aren't a big raspberry person, you could totally swap that out for strawberry, blueberry, blackberry. I was like, it would be neat to just experiment and try out different flavors for the filling in the middle. And I just find that little bit of freshness of the fruit just tastes so good. So we definitely did raspberry this time because raspberry is Joey's favorite. And so had to have raspberry for his birthday cake this time. And it's just so fun to me to be able to cook and bake seasonally and to see what yummy produce God has given us for the different parts of the year. Berries for the spring, and then we move into like summer squash that we have an abundance of when it gets warmer outside, and tomatoes. I feel like so many of my friends are doing tomato plants right now in their gardens, which is so cool, and I just absolutely cannot wait to be able to have a family garden eventually and just see something go from seed to sprout and be able to harvest it and cook it in our kitchen. But we're just now popping our second layer into our little mini oven here to cook, and we're getting close. I basically ended up just using the fridge and the freezer to help me cool down the layers a little bit because I was trying to get it finished up in time before we were heading out to do some birthday festivities. And I definitely recommend cooling racks if you have those as well. I feel like those are a game changer, and I actually didn't have them here with me today, but it still worked out and turned out super yummy nonetheless. But I did end up going with just the vanilla frosting from Miss Jones Baking Company, and I should say you can order this brand on Amazon. I actually have done that before too, if you can't find it in your local store. And they have chocolate, they have a cream cheese flavored one, and they also have funfetti in addition to the vanilla. So they have a lot of really fun options. But the vanilla definitely worked out great, and I 10 out of 10 can recommend it. But here you'll see whenever I was frosting this first layer, hindsight 2020, right? I noticed that it would have probably been helpful for me to put a little bit of frosting on the outsides, kind of lining the very outer what's it called? The outer side of the cake with a little bit of frosting, almost making like a little well on the inside that's just shallow enough for the jam to fit. I think that would have made the cake even prettier so that you'll see the jam might not have stuck out like it did. And of course piping bags and an offset spatula and all of those tools I should probably get as well. But it was just super fun though, and you can't go wrong making something with love and having fun while you're doing it. And we have just really enjoyed being able to also switch over to recipes with cleaner ingredients, because we just find that instead of feeling more weighed down or, being on as high of a sugar rush, afterwards, we've just felt way better eating these recipes that use the less refined ingredients that are just really natural and just really, really tasty too. You can't go wrong. I've had so much fun baking with you today, girl, and I'm so glad that we could hang out. Definitely let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video, because I would love to create more, and I really enjoy being in the kitchen, and it's just really fun to be able to bake together, bake with love, and just to be able to enjoy it and soak up the sweetness of the occasion and the people that we're with more than anything, and just to be reminded that the sweetness of the cake, the sweetness of the relationships in our lives, and the sweetness of celebrating another year like a beautiful birthday just points to how good the Lord is and His amazing and kind provision. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I am about to top off this cake with some fresh berries, and oh my gosh, we've been loving strawberry season here, and you can't go wrong with strawberries this time of year, or whatever other berries are your favorite. I definitely think this is a rustic homemade cake made with a lot of love, and I hope that you guys have had fun. I will definitely leave the recipe below, and I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day.